Hey guys, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Gonna be checking out a Kansept knife today. Now this is one, I'll just tell you right off the bat, this knife has really grown on me. There was a couple of things I was concerned about right at first. First look, you're like, okay. But man, the Convict, as this one is known from Kansept, has definitely kind of grown on me. As you can see there, you've got carbon fiber on the scales there, chamfered out very nicely, as you can see there, rounded off very well, done very nicely. Now, as you can see, you've got inset liners, which that's kind of a good look. I like that. I mean, I'm not too picky about that, but it does always look good. We don't have a lanyard hole, lanyard fans, but I think you could sneak a lanyard on that post if you wanted to. You've got some pretty good distance there. So I think you could sneak a lanyard on there if you chose to do so. My left-handed friends, though, I am sorry. This is a right-hand tip-up carry only. And, of course, the clip is definitely one of the things we will talk about later. Other than that, overall construction seems to be done very well. I found no issues whatsoever. Centering is pretty much money right there. Now, as you can see, this is going to be another one where we only have the hole as a deployment option. Now, I've been getting a lot of comments on these knives recently of, that there isn't a secondary, a flipper or anything like that. And I know a lot of people have flipper fatigue, kind of like D2 fatigue, right? I get it. I understand. So for those of you that want flippers out there, I'm sorry, this does not have one, but it does middle finger flick pretty well. I mean, I can do it fairly well, so it must be pretty easy, right? If I can do it, absolutely. You can thumb flick it as well. I mean, if you want to slow roll it, you can do that also. But the action on it is it's pretty darn good. The detent seems to be pretty solid. No, it's not easily going to shake out or anything like that. And then, of course, I screw up a reverse flick. That's just me, though. But overall, action and build seems to be pretty good. Now, I love this blade. Me working with rope and stuff, Warncliffe, Sheep's Foot, those definitely make pretty darn good rope knives. And this one is no exception, really. We've got a little bit shorter blade length. We'll talk about that. But there you go. You got the Kansept logo. You got a nice stonewashed finish on it, kind of light. There you go. You got a manufacturer's number, model number. You've got 154 cm blade steel going on there. The Convict. And yes, this is a collaboration with Sheepdog Knives. So very cool. The Sheepdog Knives design right there. Like I said, action is pretty good. Of course I screw up. Like I said, it is fairly easy. It's just me. Access to your liner lock is pretty good. Not bad. We'll slow roll it this time so I don't look silly again. That's easy to do. Lock up, what are we looking at? Oh, what was that? 20, 25-ish percent. Good, solid, no wiggle, no wobble, nothing like that. Now, you do have a sharpening choil up there. I definitely call it a sharpening choil because, well, I mean, you can, but you're right there on that corner of that blade. So, for me, it's a sharpening choil. For you, well, that's your decision to make. But I love that blade shape. And it works really well. It's a good little worker knife. I mean, we've got carbon fiber and stuff, so it looks like it's going to be kind of fancy a little bit. But hey, it's a good little worker. We'll throw some size comparisons up there. Then we'll get your overall specs. Obviously, PM2 is a pretty much a larger knife. And then your bug out. So that's pretty close. Bug out as far as overall length is pretty close. You've got a little bit more on the Convict's handle just because of the way it angles out there. But overall, what are you looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right about 7.5. It's going to be probably a 4 1/4, 3 1/4 split. 4 1/4 on the handle, and yep, right about 3 1/4 on the blade. Now your blade length is definitely right under that 3-inch mark. So there you go, 3-inch blade limit, folks. Not a bad deal there. You're looking pretty good. And then your overall grip length, like I said, choking up on this one for me is just probably not really an option, but you're looking at about, I mean, from point to point here, you're looking at right about 3.5. You could stretch it out to 4 if you had to fold your pinky over. This one, you know, it fits me just fine. I know I used to get crap about being a hand model all the time for a lot of these knives, and you know what? I guess I'm just lucky. I've got the hand size that fits a lot of these knives really, really well, and this one is absolutely no exception. It fits my hand very, very nicely. Let's go with a weight. 3.6. Not bad as far as our overall blade length is concerned. And then we'll get our carry. It's not a deep carry. Definitely not deep carry. You have about a 1/2 inch, maybe just a slight bit more sticking out. Nothing too bad. But I told you I was going to talk about this clip. Now, this is one of the points I was kind of concerned on, right? You know, when you see a pocket clip, well, when I see a pocket clip turn up like that, it's always going to be kind of a point of ponder, point of concern for me. Well, I can tell you it's not. Do I know it's there? Yes. Is it a hot spot? Would I call it a hot spot? No, not at all. This did not bother me at all while using it, you know. Like, I mean, I forgot to mention, this is an Apex pass-around knife. So definitely thank you to Apex for the opportunity to check out the Convict, and of course Kansept for putting it out to the Apex pass-around. But, you know, for what I use this knife, no, it was not an issue. And I don't even think it would be, you know, with that prolonged cutting, which I say I don't do a whole lot of. You know, mine's a 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, and I'm done. You know, do a lot of the 1, 2, 3, 4s, just not all at once. And no, not an issue. Fills the hand really nicely. Ergonomically, it is a super comfortable knife. You know, I mentioned everything is chamfered off really well. And there's a lot of these out there. Holy cow. There are a lot of versions of this Convict out there. I think, I don't know, I looked on Blade HQ, and golly, I think they have, wow, 8, 9 different versions, I think. It was just crazy. I didn't realize there was that many out there. Of course, this is just one of them. Now, this guy sells for right around $95. You know, not bad. Not bad at all for the usability. And, you know, I get that there's only the one opening method. I know that's probably going to be a point of contention with a few people. And, you know, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm glad it's not a front flipper. I don't know about anybody else, but I kind of have front flipper fatigue. I know sometimes I struggle with a lot of knives in the reverse flick. That doesn't bother me. It's just front flippers. Some are pretty easy, some are not. Personally, for me, and it just kind of makes the knife look odd in some cases. You got that big old rooster comb on it or something like that. Yeah, but this one, not the case. I am really digging this one. Sheepdog Knives and Kansept, I think you've got a pretty good collaboration going here. And I think this could be a pretty popular knife for Kansept. It's solid. Does everything I want it to do. Like I said, you're looking... It only has that 3-inch cutting edge. And I say I like... You know, for work, probably closer to 3.5. This little guy did pretty good. And I was pretty happy with its performance overall. So, not a bad option. Check it out. I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to going to Blade Show, Texas. I have to double check. I think Kansept is going to be there. I got to double check. Definitely want to go talk to them and see what they've got coming down the line for sure. But hey guys, once again, thanks to Apex and thanks to Kansept for putting this one out there to the group. Really, really enjoyed checking this one out. As always, guys, thank you so much for taking a peek. like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.